for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Giants! Jalen Hyatt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Ready, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Liking 18. Hey, hey, check that, check that. Cowboy 80.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monk. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Hey, smash Broncos.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
18 Cardinal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
19 wide. 19 tight. 19 tight. Drop 50.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Giants had 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd and 3. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time and another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And now an audible here into something else. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, he's been a workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Got it. Ready?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
18 regular. 18 regular.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Dragon 60.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Come on, come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Left thing, 19. Let go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Monk. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Check pass. Check pass. Ready.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now, oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14, Seahawks 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 6. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Another try for Barkley, and he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll audible to something else.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they do a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete left side to Bateman. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. In motion right, that's Hyatt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or... called if you have one.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seattle.
On the jump. Let's go.
Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 8 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Set up. Cougar 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Kenneth Walker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Out of the gun now on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
24, Giants 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone, fighting his way through contact. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. It's Barkley once again, and I think the ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second and 11. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hunt 10.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And quickly, they get to the line.
49-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Second and 6 coming up.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here's 2nd down.
Warrior 70. Go.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
19 tight. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Here we go. Strike.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,